Okay, so before we saw a difference of square where you have a squared minus b squared. That's a special pattern. There's more special pattern. One of them is sums of two cubes. That means that when you have a cube, a perfect cube, plus a perfect cube, you can factor it out to be in this form. This is actually also in the formula chart that you get to use for everything else, right? So you also have the difference of two cubes. You have a cube minus b cube, a perfect cube minus another perfect cube. So how does that work? Let's take a look. If you take a look at this one, I have x cubed, that's a perfect cube, minus 125. 125 is also a perfect cube. I can actually rewrite this into x cubed minus 5 cubed, because 125, I can get that by multiplying 5 by itself 3 times. So now I know that x is my a, 5 is my b, and since this is a subtraction, I'm looking at difference of cube. So now I'm looking at this pattern to factor. When I factor it out, I'll see this. A minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Now I'm just going to go back up here and pull out my a's and b's and plug it in. So I get x minus 5 times a is x squared is x squared, plus a is x, b is 5, so multiplying x times 5 will give me 5x, plus b is 5 squared is going to give me 25. And that is completely factored out. When you're using a special pattern, when you get to the trinomial here, actually all of the time, you would not be able to factor this out. So you don't even have to try. You could if you want to. You can do some Xbox, but you won't be able to find any number that fits. Let's take a look at B. This one, a little trickier. We got to find the greatest common factor. Let's take 2 out of there. So greatest common factor, 2. And then I am going to have an x squared. So we get 2x squared divided out. So I get 8 x to the third plus 27. And then x squared divided by x squared is nothing. Okay? All right, taking out the greatest common factor, I now have 8x cubed plus 27. That cube is going to indicate, hey, give me, let's see if the numbers are also perfect cube, which turns out to be yes. So with this one, to get 8, I get 2 cubed, x cubed, plus to get 27, I get 3 cubed. So this is the same thing as 2x, the quantity, cube, right? Because this is going to give me 2x times 2x times 2x. That will give me 2 cubed and x cubed plus 3 cubed. That means that 2x is going to be my A, 3 is going to be my B. And since this is an addition, I'm looking at sum of 2 cubes. That means when I factor this out, I'm going to get it in this form. Sums of 2 cubes, a plus b, times a squared minus ab plus b squared. Let's write that down so I can copy it down. I'm going to get a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. Now I know what my a's are, I know what my b's are. I can now plug it in. A is 2x, so 2x plus b is 3 times a squared. That means 2x times 2x. That's going to give me 4x squared minus a times b. So 2x times 3. It's going to give me 6x plus b squared. So b is 3, so that's going to give me plus 9. Now remember, this is only the factor from when I factored out my greatest common factor. So that means I need to put 2x squared back out in the front. That is also a factor. Final answer.